Okay, everybody, and now here comes my shopping haul of January 2022 Part 2 and February 2022 Part 1. So, without further ado, let us begin. And I just wanted to say that there's going to be a surprise at the end. Well, near the end of this shopping haul video. So, without further ado, let us begin. Shall we? Neo, the world ends with you. On the PlayStation 4, originally released in 2021. Don't care about this. Nothing on the back. Endwalker Final Fantasy XIV, or in that case, Final Fantasy XIV. Releasing in fall 2021. And once again, this is Final Fantasy XIV Online. No thanks. Now, I already bought Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn back in 2014, but I give it away, because, well, it's an online game. I don't play online games that often, unless it's for achievements / trophies, but not what I usually do. I'm an offline gamer who plays mostly PlayStation, sometimes Xbox, and sometimes Nintendo, hell, even Sega. Atari, not so much. And yes, this is most likely either a sequel or reboot to The World Ends With You, which was originally released in 2007 on the DS. Toy Story 1995 on 4K Ultra HD, Ultimate Collector's Edition. Pixar's first animated feature film from 1995. Yep, you know this one well. To Infinity and Beyond. Blu-ray disc, 4K Ultra disc. Now, am I going to do the opening to this? You bet your ass I will, at some point. Speaking of Toy Story, here's Toy Story 2 on 4K Ultra HD. Originally released in cinemas on November 24th, 1999. Toy Story was originally released on November 22nd, 1995. This movie came out 4 years later. Blu-ray disc, 4K disc, and yes, you already know what color this case is. It's black, as I'm sure you can tell. Solid black, that is. Doesn't come with a slipcover, neither did Toy Story, but that's fine. Here's The Simpsons, the complete 7th season on DVD, featuring the Simpsons family: Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie. There's Bumblebee Man and Flanders on the spine. Complete 7th season from 1995 to 1996. And of course, you know what network was thrown on. Fox. And this was also aired on Global in Canada. Featuring the Steamed Hams episode, King Size Homer, the episode where Homer throws an explosive into a dishwasher, which is that one right there. Summer of Force Feet 2. And you got the dud. There's also an episode where Homer fights, let's see, what's his name? George W. Bush. That episode right there. Attack of the 50-foot giants. You know, it's Attack on Mascot. In that episode, Treehouse of Horror 6. There's also Nightmare on Evergreen Terrace. And the segment where Homer becomes 3D. Which I definitely remember that episode. Let's see. I also remember the episode, Marge Be Not Proud. But enough about that. Let's check out the discs. Oh, here's Marge. And yes, I forgot to mention that there's an episode from season 7 where Lisa is sensitive to meat, and Lisa the vegetarian. Yep, here you have the entire Simpsons cast. First disc, second disc, third disc, and the fourth disc of season 7. And I have about 4 Simpsons DVDs now. Actually, that's 5. No, 6. And maybe one day I could get season 8 as well as season 4 on DVD. Man, do I wish The Simpsons would get a Blu-ray release. I don't care who gets to license them. I don't care if it's the original 20th Century Fox / Buena Vista or Discotek Media. But still, I wish for The Simpsons to get released on Blu-ray. You know, the missing seasons. There's already a few seasons of The Simpsons on Blu-ray. But what I truly want to see is more of The Simpsons on Blu-ray, even if a different company has to license them. Enough said. Next is Million Arthur, Operation Han Gyakusei from 2018 to 2019. Licensed by Funimation. Complete series. From the animation studio JC Staff. Best known for Danmachi, Slayers, Food Wars, One Punch Man, Shakugan no Shana, and many others. Oh, and that also includes La Storia della Familia, featuring the You Damn Stupid Stubborn Chickpea scene in episode 6 of that anime, but I'm not going to get into that now. And I'm not sure who that character on the front cover is. Someone's going to help me identify that character. Don't know her name. Anyway, one of the characters in Million Arthur, one of them is actually Tekken Arthur. Yeah. 6 in a million. And yes, it's that dude right there with the gauntlets. They're golden. Unlike Thanos. And yes, not to mention, I also have another thing that's Million Arthur, and that is Million Arthur Can Blood on the PS4. And have the anime series on Blu-ray. And yes, there's a high guarantee that I will upload the opening to this Blu-ray, which I'll eventually do. 2020 release. Next up is A Bug's Life on 4K Ultra HD. A Bug's Life, which was released on November 25th, 1998. They come, they eat, they leave. They come, they eat, they leave. They come, they eat, they leave. Who ordered a poo-poo platter? Hey, I said no salt! Remember that from A Bug's Life? Glad to own this on Blu-ray now, or rather 4K Ultra HD. Next up is an import. This is Sengoku Boxer X, our only game that's Sengoku Boxer, published by Capcom, developed by Arc System Works, best known for Guilty Gear, as well as Blaze Blue and Persona 4 Arena, and many others. Originally released on June 26, 2008. And yes, this never did receive a North American or European release. Just a Japanese release is all that it received. And yes, in case you're wondering what genre this is a 2D fighting game. Not sure what the hell this thing is. On sale, 2008, $6.25. And yes, this is some code from Capcom, which was expired on August 31st, 2008. A late release for the PlayStation 2, considering that the PlayStation 3 was nearly 2 years old at this point. And here's your disc. Oh yes, from one of the kings of fighting games, or the masters of fighting games, Capcom and Arc System Works. Oh, and that also includes SNK as well. Enough said. This came with a slipcover. Toy Story 3, for the first time on Ultra 4K HD. 4 times sharper than HD. Once again, to infinity and beyond. And yes, I definitely remember seeing this movie in theaters about twice. That was back in 2010. Feature film Blu-ray. Bonus material Blu-ray. 4K disc. And once again, I'll be glad to upload the opening to this Blu-ray. And yes, I also do own this movie on DVD as well. But now we own a Blu-ray copy on 4K Ultra HD, just like the first 2 Toy Story films. Oh, and that includes Toy Story 4 as well. Moving on. This is Promise of Sardines edition of Disgaea 4 Complete Plus on the PS4. Originally released on October 8th of 2019. The ultimate Disgaea ever, dude. You know who says that? The Prinnies. Yes, they're penguins. See, that's sardines. A fish. Yep, this is just a booklet, or something rather. Just a note. That was included with this game. Included within this game. Reversible cover art. There. Got the disc back in. This is the disc for the game. Not quite finished. It also comes with a poster. See, that's sardines from artist Hidehito. Hidehito, whatever his last name is. I know he's the artist of Disgaea and a few other games from Nipponichi Software. And there we go. That is Disgaea 4 Complete, which is essentially a Day 1 edition. Excuse me. Hidehito? Oh, Hidehito Harada? Is that the artist to the Disgaea series? I think. But enough about Disgaea 4. Last thing to show you is a manga. And this is Volume 2 of Persona 5. Published by Viz Media. 2020 release, 2021 reprint. And yes, I also do own Persona 5 on my PS4, along with Persona 5 Strikers, also on the PS4 as well. Here's Magi, Pokemon, Legend of Zelda. Do own this one, but not that one though. Sleepy Princess in the Demon Castle. And here is Nier Automata, the novels of Nier Automata. And yes, I also do own Nier Automata, Automata on my PS4. Just to let you know. And enough said about Persona 5 Volume 2. And lastly, here comes a surprise for you. And I'm going to show you in about 10 seconds. Okay, go. And take a look at this. A Bandai WonderSwan crystal. Look at that. Originally manufactured in 2002. From Bandai. But that's not all. 3 games. Gunpei EX. Chocobo Farming. And here is Klonoa Moonlight Museum, which is a puzzle platformer. This is a puzzle game. This is a farm simulation game from Square, Namco, and Bandai itself. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to put one of these games in, just to see what it's like. You got your A and B buttons, 2 directional pads, sound, start, and power. Bandai WonderSwan Crystal. See? And that'll do it for January 2022 Part 2 and February 2022 Part 1 shopping haul. And I'll catch you all some other time. See ya. Later, buckaroos.